Others say, I've got 2 touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
After the interception, here's Darnold. Oh, able to avoid him. And he is not going to be able to break free as they wrap him up right at the line of scrimmage. And the try for 2 is going to come up empty.
Brett Maher to kick off for the Jets.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And some room to work. Touchdown, Falcons. Todd Gurley, 70 yards. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score. That was a 3rd and medium situation. Thought they might pass it. They ran it. And they're glad they did.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. That's a surprise to me that they ran the ball in that situation. Usually you worry about trying to get that kind of yardage on the ground against NFL defenses. Instead, they crossed them up. That took a little fortitude to make that call. And, boy, it matched up really, really well. The element of surprise plus some excellent execution, off he goes.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. This one caught by Crowder. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
9-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Dennard. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. Extra point by Koo, up and good. 2nd quarter now, Falcon football. But likely not for long as they're in punt formation.
Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback. Fresh off the pick 6, it's Darnold.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
brought down.
A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
Mike, 45. I'm coming!
Third and long, it's Darnold. Going deep now for Herndon. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
By the Falcons.
Well, it's third and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Here's Gurley. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
The tackle made
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put
touchdown, Falcons! Calvin Ridley, 36 yards. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point.
It's never fun for a defense to run on the field knowing that they're having to defend a short field. Just the idea of trying to limit an offense in that position, daunting for a defense.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The return. The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And on the stop, Damontae Kazee.
On the play.
A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now a first down carry by Bell. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
That's another Jets first down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. The throw by Darnold, hauled in by the tight end Herndon. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Darnold to his tight end, Chris Herndon, on the touchdown pass. And the Jets are able to make this a close game again.
And there's a situation where as a tight end, once he gets that end zone in his sights, he's not going to back down from anyone. He doesn't worry about running to daylight. He doesn't mind running through contact. That's totally fine by him.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead is down to 2. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Let's make these babies cry. 36.
They run. It's Gurley. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Now it's Gurley. Jordan Jenkins there on the tackle. Now they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Gurley. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Quinnen Williams on the stop.
They'll try a handoff right with Gurley. And Gurley, he fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. And the Jets have recovered. He was trying to do anything he could to get that final little bit for the first down. Instead, he lost the ball.
Yeah, and he was short of the first down, but not by much. Trying his best, as you noted, to get there. Sometimes that extra effort can cost you.
45. Mike, 45. I got you, boy. I got you, boy. Hey, lady.
So following the fumble recovery, here's Darnold. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. 3 bucks. Hey, lady. 45.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Darnold gets this one to Le'Veon Bell. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Watch 54. Yeah. Hey, one set. Red 80. Mike, 54. Hey, let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball right here. 18.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be 2nd down.
Incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Mike's 5-4. Gotta do better. Come on, QB. Come on. 80. 54. Mike, 50.
Throwing again is Darnold. Oh, he bowls over him. Throw complete to Herndon. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop him with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
Check. Watch the 19 right. Long day for you. Hey, one set. Check Mike, 54. Mike, 54. No chance. Right there.
Darnold to throw again. Airing one out for Crowder. And Darnold going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off at the 11. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but Here, let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play.
And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Falcons.
Number 11,
Julio Jones.
Touchdown.
In the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. Coup for the extra point.
For the point after.
And that makes it a 9-point game.
Makes the score Falcons 28, Jets 19. Younghoe Koo to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Brett Maher to kick off.
The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. Fielded in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Already too often in this game, we've seen him break runs to the second and the third level. And I think this defense has been way too focused on their passing game. At some point, they've got to understand that the running game is hurting them as well. That last run, that bit them again.
On third down, Ryan. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bless on Austin. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
On first down, Bell. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Again, it's Bell. Le'Veon Bell. It's a foot race. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell. 39 yards. And the interception by the Jets D leads to a touchdown.
For the extra point.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Taken in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Again they run with Gurley. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 14 yards there and a Falcon 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Second and 5. From the shotgun, Ryan. And that is incomplete here.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Gurley. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Gurley again here on 1st down. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. From the 3, 2nd and a yard. Now a handoff for Gurley. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up 1st and goal.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
At the 2-yard line.
Toss to Gurley left. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Todd Gurley, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons will extend their lead. No success on first down. He couldn't get any yardage. They give it to him again, and he finds the end zone.
Sometimes it just has to be persistence, doesn't it? And you know who else helps with that? Offensive line. After a team's been stuffed, the last thing they want to do is go to a different play call. They want to come back and do it again and show that they can dominate the line of scrimmage.
So a big play coming for the Falcons as they'll go for two. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. To throw is Ryan. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
26. Young Wade.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
Let's take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2nd and 4 at the 30.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll run on first down. It's Bell, and he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
At the
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down.
Incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
They'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They'll go back to the ground with Bell. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now it's Darnold. Caught here by Bell. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. First and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. Back to throw. And this will be caught. Touchdown. So in the final minute here now, a 2-point conversion will tie the game.
The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have 2 to possibly take this to overtime.
He's back to throw. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th.
Brett Maher to kick off for the Jets.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range, not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one.
And this will be caught at the 30. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They just likely won this thing in regulation. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Now Darnold. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Damontae Kazin. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now Gurley. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Today's final score, Falcons.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and